From the President's residence in Jerusalem to our sisters and brothers across the Atlantic, it means so much to me to join you in commemorating the tragedy of October 7th. It is unfathomable that 2 years have passed since the earth ripped open beneath our feet and our world was completely upended. How could 2 years have gone by if so many of our people are still held in the dungeons of Hamas? If this blistering wound on our soul is still open and raw? The brutal massacre of Simchat Torah, in which our women and men were butchered, raped, burnt alive, and abducted, scarred our nation irreversibly. And in many ways, in the 24 months since, the layer of heartbreak have only deepened. Images of our tormented hostages haunt our every waking moment. Experiencing ongoing loss and grief constantly reminds us of the price and sacrifice of Jewish statehood, and witnessing the seismic shifts in the fundamental sense of safety, security, and belonging across the Jewish world shocks us to our core. We all recognize that the trail of sorrow that began with October 7th still impacts our lives. We see this in our own reflections and in the faces that surround us. But, dear friends, from deep within the cracks of our broken hearts, we also uncovered underlying truths about who we are. In Israel and throughout Jewish communities worldwide, we came face to face with our nation's beautiful character, and we were overwhelmed by the sheer magnitude of the heroism. Time and again, we were reminded of our shared purpose, our mutual responsibility, and our deep connection. We all came forward as one and rose to declare, Hinenu, we are here. Since October 7th, the Jewish Federations of North America have shown up for Israel in solidarity, love, philanthropy, and advocacy. Each of you mobilized in a heartbeat, comforting, supporting, bearing witness. You came to be with us in Israel, even though back home you quickly became targets of threat and hostility, experiences breaches of faith and breaches of friendships. Many of your sons and daughters joined us as lone soldiers or volunteered to lend a hand in hospitals, in kindergartens, with displaced families. Thank you. Toda Rabah, sisters and brothers. Toda Rabah, dear friends. Toda Rabah, JFNA leaders, federations, community members, volunteers, for nurturing the bonds that keep our people resilient and whole. We shall never forget it. We pray for our hostages to come back home every moment. We want to see each and every one of them back home as soon as possible. And I know you're fighting for it. We pray to heal and rebuild. And we know, in the words of the prophet Jeremiah, there is hope for your future. ויש תקווה לאחריתך נאום אדוני, ושבו בנים לגבולם. עם ישראל חי.